I'm Aiden, and that's Autumn.
I'm Autumn.
I
Hello.
already said it.
You could just call me like
Tum.
Tom.
Tums.
You could call me Aut.
That is a stupid name.
My microphone unplugged for like 2 seconds.
Good job. That's a good way
You
to
call
start
me.
it.
I guess you could call me like. Yeah, just call me Autumn. I was gonna think of another name, but I was like, nah, I can't. Just call me Autumn.
You know,
Or Fool.
sometimes I'm really tired actually, and it's been like 2
Yeah,
weeks
me
since the
too.
last one. I'm sorry.
2 weeks.
I'm
2
so
weeks.
sorry. There's
We've
been
been
just
We
we've been
seriously have
trying.
been trying forever.
And the audio quality should be better, and the editing should be better, and we probably are gonna have something playing instead of just the logo in the background for now, because that's what I'm working on, and the thumbnails will be better, and everything's gonna be better, and everything's gonna be great,
Nice.
and the
I
logo
uploaded
might
channel
change.
art, I think.
You
by the
did?
way.
Oh, yes.
I don't
That's
remember
amazing.
of what it is.
We have
so you can look it up, maybe, or I can look it up.
We have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about, like a lot of stuff.
Probably not gonna get to all of
We're
it.
not. We're probably not. One thing that it's just been. I'm pretty sure everyone already knows about this, but Bill Cosby, he's gone. He's
Finally.
sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison. Only 3.
That's it.
Yep.
That's
When did the bill? Let's type this up.
2004.
2004. That has been. Let's see. 14 years. That's 14 years.
Wow.
And he gets 3 to 10 years in prison. Wow. 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 That is horrible, honestly.
I thought he'd get like that gymnast teacher. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
He got like 120 years in prison or something, just to make sure that like he couldn't ever get out of prison.
Yeah.
But I guess only like maybe I don't know anything about the Cosby case, but I just know like, funny stuff and drink, sleepy time, woo finger.
Well,
That's
like,
all I know.
here's
about it,
here's
really.
an excerpt from the stuff I'm reading. The 81-year-old comedian was seen walking down a courthouse hallway in handcuffs after he was denied bail less than an hour after his sentencing. He was also fined $25,000 and will be required to cover the cost of prosecution, which amounts to at least $43,000, the district attorney said. He was convicted in April of drugging and sexually assaulting Andrea Constant, who testified that Cosby violated her at his Pennsylvania home in 2004. Yep, 2004, you were right. After she came to him for career advice. Ooh. Wow.
Wow.
I mean, I guess that.
Well, he deserves more years, I think.
I mean, I guess that's.
3 is not enough to do the trick.
Yeah, honestly, I think this is.
There's no time.
This is the. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm an expert whatsoever in the criminal justice system, but like, if you're rich enough and have a good lawyer,
You go, yeah.
3 years. I mean, his career is essentially over, but he has enough money to, like what's Bill Cosby?
Yeah.
Bill.
OJ.
Ooh.
I don't know
yeah.
anything about the OJ case either.
Neither
I don't
do
know. I
I.
don't really follow them. I don't really care at all.
Yeah, if we're
My
looking
mom's
at.
like, this is really interesting, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, Bill Cosby's net worth is $400 million, so I think he's fine even if his career ended. I mean, he's 81, so.
Wow. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
he's
he
probably
would've
gonna
been-
die
yeah.
in prison if it's the 10 years.
Honestly, I mean, perhaps. I mean, no, I'm looking at it. It's just 3.
That's it.
After
It's a 3 to 10 year
14
thing.
years, it's 3 to 10 years in prison,
That's wow.
and like a 25K fine, which is like a penny to him essentially.
Yeah, that's just That's pocket money, probably pocket change.
And here's a quote from the girl. She said she is often expected to find a sense of peace and closure after the assault, but almost 15 years later, I'm a middle-aged woman who's been stuck in a holding pattern most of her adult life, unable to heal fully or move forward. Whew.
That's the
Jeez, man.
There's like a Netflix show I watched of Sister Catherine.
Sister Catherine.
She's a nun who was supposedly, allegedly. Well, actually, no, she was. They did confirm that she was murdered in like the 60s, and they're just like these several women have come out and talked about like years later, after like these things happened, just like harassment from the church and like how the church, the sister apparently had like
Oof.
inside information on the church,
Oh my.
and the church didn't want that to get out because she was actually like a noble lady, and so they killed her.
What? Wait,
Buried,
really?
left her dead in Baltimore. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
That
Sister
is
it's an entire Netflix series. It's really cool.
crazy.
It's a very unsatisfying ending, but still, it's like it's a really good case.
Dang.
It's you know, it's just your typical Catholic priest story where like my cummies are the spirit or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, it's just some of these cases are really cool, like Amanda Knox too.
Oh yeah. Murder cases is
She's
have
actually
always...
from Seattle too, so.
Oh dang. I mean,
Yo.
I'm not that surprised, but oh,
Mhm.
also another huge thing that happened. I was gonna talk about the Nun movie, but there's really nothing to talk about. Everyone hated it, and it was a horror
Wait,
movie.
really?
Yeah, it was. It did not do very good.
Wow.
But
It didn't look good at all, so I'm not too surprised.
have you heard of Telltale Games?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They have been shut down.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they went bankrupt.
They went bankrupt.
Yeah, Telltale Games, which recently laid off a large chunk of its workforce, may have broken state and country labor laws, according to the former employees. They're getting sued even after they went bankrupt. And
Oh my god.
the only people working there are working on the last season of the Walking Dead game that they're making, and that might not even be finished. They made the Game of Thrones game, Minecraft
Yeah.
story mode.
Yeah, Walking Dead, obviously.
yeah,
They made a bunch of games that are like critically acclaimed,
Yeah.
but I never thought were great.
co-produced Borderlands.
Yeah, I always talk about how I love the content, the stories of Telltale.
Oh yeah,
But the gameplay, as an actual game, is total garbage.
Minecraft story mode season 3 is never gonna happen.
Oh no, I was waiting for that
I know.
day. I was waiting for
Man.
it to come out.
Honestly, I'm thinking of
Wow.
getting like just like as a testament. I'm thinking of getting the Walking Dead games on the Switch because they just came out on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks
Um,
pretty interesting. Like,
Another thing, big thing that happened. You texted me this morning. PS4
yes,
Switch crossover.
finally. Although it's not
Finally.
all fun and games since um, it's only with certain third-party games, and it's for right now. It's only with Fortnite. Unfortunately, but like they're taking steps. It's the first time.
Something Minecraft.
I mean, I'm assuming in the future they're gonna add that. Like that's a no-brainer. I'd say.
Speaking of Minecraft, actually,
Speaking.
I just played it for the first time in a very long time today. Or not a very long time, like a month maybe. They totally fixed water mechanics again.
Oh yeah.
Like you can actually swim in water, and there are underwater enemies.
It's so like
And pirate ships and everything.
I forgot how much content there was in Minecraft because the Switch just got the update for servers, so you can go on servers now.
Oh, you can't. do
It's
that on
so. I mean, if PS4 is pushing for, what is it called?
Crossplay.
Yeah, crossplay. Then I'm sure it will be.
do that. If Sony does like crossplay and everything, I think they will seriously like be at the top again.
Yeah, like.
Well, even though I think they're still at the top.
Oh, they're absolutely still at the top. But here's like a direct quote from I think maybe the PR. I can't remember. For 24 years, we have strived to deliver the best gaming experience to our fans by providing a uniquely PlayStation perspective. Today, the communities around some games have evolved to the point where cross-platform experiences add significant value to players. In recognition of this, we have completed a thorough analysis of the business mechanics required to ensure that the PlayStation experience for our users remains intact today and in the future as we look to open up the platform to crossplay. Good job. Good on you, Sony. Good on
Good
you.
on you, Sony. Finally.
You did.
Took
You did it.
forever.
You did it.
Forever.
Um,
So glad about that though.
which means
I'm
for the
still- we should totally do an episode like just playing Fortnite.
that would be fun actually. So
I could record. and everything. So
I think this marks the first time in history that a Sony console, a Microsoft console, and a Nintendo console can all play the same game at once in the same lobby. Like,
Fortnite, you have changed the course of history.
honestly, like I don't particularly like. I mean, it's fun with people, but like, you made Sony do crossplay, so props,
Yeah,
dude.
and Sony's really stubborn, so good on you, mate.
Also, Fortnite just recently passed 85 million players total.
80, that's actually less than I thought.
Yeah, I thought it would be way more, but like
Hundreds of millions, I feel like.
they
Every single corner,
yeah.
there's a kid. And I think you remember, I always remember you saying how you hardly know anybody from school or anything that has a PS4. But
Yeah.
every single kid who plays
Has
a
an
game
Xbox. It's
has an Xbox. I
Xbox.
know. I
How?
think I know why.
How?
Because I think PS4's main
Is
audience
adults?
is like
Adults?
20s and 30s.
Oh yeah.
Because those are the guys that grew up.
That makes
with,
sense. That makes sense,
Sony
actually.
And, like the PlayStation 1, the PlayStation 2, and then all of the stupid Halo, Call of Duty, Dorito, Mountain Dew kids.
Yep. My
are on
Xbox One.
Xbox One or Xbox 360 still.
Yeah. I mean, I actually think the Xbox 360 was a good piece of hardware. It was the only Xbox to have like really good exclusives. I mean,
Yeah.
99% of
just-
them were
and then-
shooty.
Is Bungie making games for them anymore or no?
I mean, Bungie made Destiny, so I mean, I guess
Yeah,
I don't think exclusively anymore.
well, Bungie made Halo too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think they stopped making Halo.
Honestly, oh no,
After
no.
good
Wait,
Halo.
did they? Did they?
I thought they stopped making Halo at like Halo 2 or 3. I don't know which game was finally the end for good Halo games.
I think it was Halo 4.
Halo 4. Okay, so that's when Bungie made all the good Halo games, and then they were like, we need more Halo games
Then
instead of like, hey, maybe we should have different kinds of games.
343 took over.
It's kind of like oh god, I have a perfect analogy for this. It's kind of like what Disney does with Pixar. It's like make sequels.
Oh
for these
yeah,
movies.
yeah,
Yeah, you watched that video?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like make sequels for these, and then none of the sequels are good except for
Yeah.
like Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3 were awesome.
Honestly, I love the aesthetic of Halo. I like the aesthetic of Halo.
I haven't played Halo.
And-
well, actually, no, that's a lie. I've played Halo. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I was just like, hey, shoot the game.
Halo Infinite looks okay. I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a new Halo game
yeah,
coming out.
it's just a yearly thing. Also, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is coming to Switch via cloud.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know I'm gonna snatch that.
I mean, for now it's only in Japan, but it supports English. Honestly.
God.
Oh, also, humongous, ginormous thing. Nintendo Direct. Nintendo Direct. Also, Bowsette.
one?
Have you seen Bowsette?
I feel like there's a new Nintendo Direct every single other week.
It's like every 2 months-ish. And honestly,
Every 2 months? What?
yeah.
I feel like there's so often. Also,
Um,
Bowsette. Is it Bowsette or is Bowserette?
I think it's Bowsette now. Do you know that it surpassed the number of retweets that the season finale of Adventure Time did by a landslide?
Oh, I
Yeah.
lost hope.
It is so huge right now. It's so big, especially in Japan.
Bowsette. Wow. Well, of course in Japan.
Yeah, and a lot of people are, Luigi's Mansion and King Boo and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep, they did it with that, and now it's Booette, and now it's Yoshette.
Yeah.
People have taken it too far.
It's seriously just like an excuse to make anime titties.
Yep.
And slapping some character's name on it. Is that person?
What's amazing to me is that the creator of One Punch Man made art.
Oh my god, yes. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and the creator of like a really popular manga made it too. And also Arby's posted about it. I
Are you
can't.
kidding me?
No, I saw.
Arby's, the restaurant?
Yeah, I might put it up on screen, like the Arby's Facebook page. They made a Bowsette out of sandwiches. Like, oh wow.
How come I didn't hear about this until yesterday?
I don't know. I mean, it
Am I
blew
just
up a
not
week
as
ago.
cultured? Am I just becoming one of those people that just is like, what's going on these days?
I
What do you
mean,
mean?
it like blew up in the Nintendo fandom specifically, but now I think it's like leaking out to other people.
Wow,
It's
that's
like a
crazy.
One Punch Man guy creator made it. Woo.
Made it blow up, really, bro.
Honestly. But speaking of that, it all originated from the new power up in the deluxe version of New Super Mario Bros. Wii, which everyone's mad about because there was like make a new 2D Mario, and I'd be fine with that. But I never played New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and I've heard it's good, so I'm gonna buy it. I like 2D Mario.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii?
Yeah, New Super Mario
haven't-
Bros. I mean,
you haven't played
no. New Super Mario Bros. U. Sorry for the Wii U, the Wii U one.
Oh, wait, it's New Super Mario Bros. Wii U.
Yeah, and then it also adds every single level from New Super Luigi Bros, which is the same thing but with different levels. It's like 180 levels.
I really liked New Super Mario Bros.
I
Wii.
love New Super Mario Bros.
That's probably my second favorite Mario game. Or
It's
third favorite Mario.
it's
game.
it's real good. I love 2D Mario. Also,
First favorite is probably Odyssey, and then Super Mario World, and then Mario Bros.
oh, Nintendo Switch Online needs to add SNES stuff, or else I will sue Nintendo. I need to play Super Mario World on my Switch.
They also need. I really want them to do N64 stuff.
Oh, please, I'm begging you.
That-
Honestly,
seriously, if they have a portable Nintendo 64, it's over.
wishlist
I-
for
seriously.
for online is Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, especially Game Boy Advance.
Oh God, Game Boy Advance. Yeah, any Pokemon game. Any
SNES.
Pokemon game, I would totally snatch.
N64 is probably stretching it, and GameCube is like out of the question. People have been asking for GameCube a lot. Yeah.
I just for Wind Waker. It's probably it.
I love Wind Waker. I really want them to port
And,
the Wii U.
Sunshine and Mario.
Oh yeah,
Well, that's Wii, I think.
Sunshine was GameCube.
GameCube?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Oh,
And Galaxy 1 and 2 was the Wii.
I never really liked Galaxy.
Yeah,
because
I
I've
played it a bit.
never liked motion controls
Yeah.
except for Breath of the Wild. That's
Breath
the,
of the- I
well,
mean-
and Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey too.
If they're used for gimmicks, I don't like them. But if they're used like for actual practical applications, like the bow aiming in Breath of the Wild, that's how you do motion controls. You don't gotta add it unnecessarily.
Exactly. Well, when the joysticks are kind of not appropriate for the game too.
Especially, yes. Thank you.
Yeah, Mario Odyssey, I think, did the perfect motion control thing.
Like it's
when you can throw the hat. And
Oh,
just,
yeah.
Oh, wow, that's a good game.
like, and especially since like you don't need to use the motion controls ever. It's like optional. Unless
well,
you're
Mario Odyssey is almost a year old.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're speed running. If you speed run, it's absolutely necessary for motion controls. But
I'm gonna replay Mario Odyssey
I love
probably
Odyssey.
on my birthday because that's when I
Yeah.
got it.
I
Good memories. And I remember waking up like on a Saturday morning playing Mario Odyssey and my mom was just like watching Friends or something in the background. I'm gonna recreate that because I'm such a sentimental garbage.
I think I'm burnt out on Odyssey. I think I have like 135 hours in it
God.
because I used to like see what the fastest time I could get in beating it, and I like 100%ed it. I love it. I just loved it so much.
I don't want to say I'm burnt out on Breath of the Wild, but I feel like I've
Yeah,
done
you've
everything.
explored everything.
I've seriously done everything probably except for the Korok Siege, which I
Yeah.
am protesting basically.
Have you gotten the DLC?
Pushing it off. No.
Aiden, it's so good. The
haven't.
DLC is really good.
I always have money, but I'm just like, but this is cool. I'm not gonna get that.
I won't spoil anything. There's a new boss and it's amazing and it's way better than the final boss of Ganon at the end. It's way better than that. It's way better done. There's a new dungeon and it's super
seriously,
fun.
I legitimately did not know that they added a new boss or anything.
Yeah, it's super clever and fun and the music is a bop. There's a ton new shrines. The master trials are really fun but really difficult.
Have you completed all the shrines?
I have not. Oh, by the way, my internet might turn off in like 1 minute. Anyways, what was going on? What are we talking about?
Something about like Breath of the Wild
Oh yeah.
DLC. How
You
many hours do you have in that game, by the way?
like 80, but like I checked on my Wii U because I played through both of them. I have it. It was like 100, so like I have 180-ish.
Oh, okay. So, I'm still more.
I
I'm still
love
more.
I love that game so much.
It's really good. It's the
Honestly.
best Zelda game, probably. Definitely.
Have you ever played Animal Crossing?
I actually haven't.
It is my favorite game series of all time.
But I thought that was Legend of Zelda or
No.
Mario.
Mm-mm. There's Zelda Breath of the Wild is my favorite game of all time, and Mario Odyssey is really up there. But as far as the series goes, Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
I
Yeah,
think-
because Legend of Zelda has some bad games.
Yeah.
They have some not so great games.
Adventure of Lincoln. I mean, Adventure of Lincoln wasn't that bad. It was the second one. There was a one that came.
Adventure of Lincoln.
Yeah, have you never heard of that one?
Wait, Lincoln?
Yeah,
Not
that's his actual name apparently. Like there's the original Legend of Zelda on the NES, and then there was Zelda 2. It was called Zelda 2 Adventure of Lincoln.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
And it was like a 2D side scroller, and everyone, I mean, like it's a good game in its own right, but people didn't like it because it wasn't like the old one. And then they called him Link in the what's it called?
Link
Link between Link to the Past, because he's a link between the future and the past. Ha! Whoa! Yeah. And then it just kind of went from there. And then Skyward Sword happened, and everyone loved it at first, and then everyone now hates it. And then Twilight Princess came out, and everyone's like, "Wow, this is okay." And then they remastered Twilight Princess on the Wii U, even though it came out like 3 years ago. What? Why?
Wait, what? What
They remastered on the Wii U. They instead of making a new Zelda game, which they were making Breath of the Wild. They just went through development hell. They're like, we should remaster 2 Zelda games, and instead of remastering the one that everyone wants, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, we should remaster the one that came out 3 years ago, Twilight Princess.
I mean, well, they did remaster
Oh yeah, on the 3DS.
3DS, but they
But,
should
like-
really release the 3D remastered Switch.
I would immediately snatch that.
I would actually not. I wouldn't really care that much because I don't like Ocarina of Time that too much. But I do. It's weird. It's like a Kingdom Hearts relationship.
I watched a video on the do you watch Video Game Donkey?
Sometimes, yeah.
I love him. Did you watch his video on the Kingdom Hearts story?
No, I didn't.
It's the
No one
greatest thing.
understands the freaking. No one understands the Kingdom Hearts story.
He like 2 or 3 days ago he released a video called Kingdom Hearts Explained, and really quickly he explained the Kingdom Hearts lore, and he just like weaved jokes in there like seamlessly, so I couldn't tell if he was joking or not. And I think that might be a problem, because if I can't tell if it's a joke or not, I don't know. That's what all the comments were though. I like Kingdom Hearts though. I like it.
And he was he did a joke in another video where it was like this terrible looking zombie game that Sony like really tried to hype up. And it was made by the people who made Bubsy 3D
Oh my,
World.
you're right. I
And
remember
then
that.
he's like, that is not a joke, guys. That is real.
Was
He showed, like,
was
the
it?
website.
It was actually.
Yeah, it was actually.
Oh
I
my
looked it up
gosh.
too. It's
Bubsy
hilarious.
3D.
Bubsy 3D World. I'm surprised that company's like still standing, even if it is standing on like not solid
I mean,
ground.
I remember like last year or the year before they released a new Bubsy game, like just for the nostalgia.
They're still releasing Bubsy.
I think there's only been one more because the last one was absolutely garbage. It was called
Yeah.
Woolies Strike Back or something. Donkey made a video on it, and he showcased how there was the joke mechanic, because every single time you did something, Bubsy made a joke. There is
God.
there's a setting to turn the jokes down.
Wait, you can turn the jokes
Yes,
down?
you can turn the jokes down.
You know,
like,
a game
and
they
off.
should really do that for. They should really do that for like Ratchet and Clank.
Oh
Because
my gosh.
Ratchet and Clank would seriously be like so much of a better game without the jokes. Sometimes Ratchet and Clank has really, really funny and clever like hidden adult humor.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're just like, Jesus Christ, please stop.
You know, they
This
do
is
that.
like
They do that a
it's
lot with.
really hit or miss.
They do that a lot with like old kids animated show. Like I watched Megamind a few days ago.
Yeah.
It's
love
really
Megamind.
funny. It's really funny.
I
I love
Megamind.
Megamind.
It's such a good movie.
I don't like Will Ferrell that much, but he did a really good job in that movie.
Yeah. Will Ferrell, yeah. I like him in Talladega Nights.
Talented. I've never heard of that in my life
You've
ever.
never heard it's
No.
like it's just one of those cult classic movies. I don't know if I should call it a cult classic. It's just like it's really, really quotable, and it's just like a lot of Will Ferrell movies actually are like just quotable movies.
Like-
have you this is a bad example, but have you seen like Nacho Libre?
Yes, I've seen Nacho Libre.
Okay. That is one of those like type of movies that like Will Ferrell is in. Like they're just like
Wait, who is he
stupid
in
movies.
Nacho Libre?
No, he's not.
Oh.
I said it was a bad example, but like still, it's kind of like that where it's not exactly a good movie, but you'd love it anyways.
I to this day still quote Nacho Libre.
I swear, you could probably find one point at least in a day where I quote Nacho Libre.
It's so good. Did you know that?
It
You know
is-
what's sad? The guy who directed that, he also directed Napoleon Dynamite. Those are the only
Yeah.
two movies that were successful that he made. He made a lot more.
Dynamite. Napoleon Dynamite is kind of annoying at times though.
Is
I didn't really like it at first.
it's a hit or miss.
Yeah.
Nacho
but
Libre
it's
is a
like-
classic.
Nacho Libre is seriously so good. Jack Black.
Oh wait, you know what movie I genuinely liked for some reason?
Mm.
The first Mall Cop. Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Oh, I actually thought that was pretty funny. Yeah.
Oh man, what are the ratings on that movie? Like I can't remember
Oh,
if people.
God. They're probably brutal.
Paul Blart
Probably like,
Mall.
I'm gonna guess like 50 or 60%.
Let's see. And wow, ooh, wow, that's 32% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow, that is significantly less than I guessed.
I mean, it made $183 million though.
That's always a plus.
2009. I feel like it came out a lot before that.
Huh.
I thought it would be at least higher than that. Also, did you know that Rotten Tomatoes is owned by IGN?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
It's
So they have like two different rating areas, sources,
Yeah.
whatever.
I don't want to give out false like stuff, but I'm pretty sure. Let's see. I can't. I swear it is. Who is it owned by now? Rotten Tomatoes is genuinely good with reviews. Like that's one of the only places
Sometimes they are. Sometimes there are a couple screw ups like
Yeah.
that are just like infamous screw ups. Because if you look at like some classic movies that are like freaking great, Rotten Tomatoes is pretty brutal.
Yeah, I mean, it's not for everyone.
Also, the freaking Netflix movie I can't stand, To All the Boys I Loved Before, that got a 92%. I watched
What?
the movie and I seriously couldn't bear it. I think
Really?
it got like a 92%, and I could not sit through that movie. I actually almost walked out. I didn't walk out because I was watching it with my mom. She's like, "It's a good teenage coming of age movie. You should watch it." And so I was like, "Okay, fine. I'll do it for you, mother."
Oh,
But,
it's not owned by IGN. It's owned by Fandango. That makes sense actually.
oh, Fandango.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
So, okay.
Disney
well,
owns a lot of stuff. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Hollywood Pictures? What?
Wait, what?
They own Hollywood Pictures.
They literally own Hollywood.
I
Wow.
guess so. Disney Live, Golden Oak Grant. Whoa, what the heck? ABC. They own ABC. Yeah, they own ABC News.
We are an empire, haha.
I knew they owned Maker because of the PewDiePie thing. Polaris too. What?
Maker.
What? Yeah. Maker TV, Maker Gen, Polaris. What? This is weird. ESPN Books.
Yeah, ESPN. I knew that one.
Yeah, just all of ESPN.
Oh my god.
What? I did not know that. Seriously.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh yeah, now they own Club Penguin.
It's also funny.
What?
The Maui costumes.
What?
They
What Maui
encourage
costume?
like blackface.
Did they actually?
No, not like in their ads, but like
Oh,
if
okay.
you're not the skin tone of Maui, you need blackface. So,
Oh my gosh.
that's, yeah. So that was an accidental screw up. It's like I don't know
How did
they
they?
thought that was a good
How
idea,
did they
though.
not realize that?
I also love how every single Hawaiian guy in Moana is just a fat guy. Did you ever notice that?
I didn't actually.
It's like it's just they're all like ginormous, disproportionate people, except the women are perfectly like skinny and stuff. Except for the grandma. That's the
Would
only
you
one.
like to know that there was a Tinkerbell MMORPG?
Oh,
Pixie Hollow, it was called.
wow.
September 8th,
Oh,
2008.
2000. Oh, 2000. Oh, okay. That's later than. I was thinking it'd just be like some terrible
Yeah.
2DS game that came out in 2012 or.
It was an
13.
MMORPG.
An MMO, like
Yeah.
online.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Oh, it's not. I mean, it features Tinkerbell, but it's like loosely based off it. It's still owned by Disney though.
Wow. I don't know if Disney even had anything to do with MMOs or anything.
I think that's it. I think other than that and
Wow.
Club Penguin, that's all that's all their involvement in games. Besides like the third party stuff.
Actually, I don't know if this is actually an unpopular opinion or not. I really liked the first three. Well, I guess all of the Disney
First three
Infinities.
what? Oh, Disney Infinity.
Disney
Yeah, I know
Infinity
you
was
did. You have
really-
every single one.
It was really, really, really good and fun for a while. And then I don't know what happened, but they just went downhill. I don't know exactly why, but they just did.
Because of Skylanders, huh?
Nah, I always was like against Skylanders because I was like, it's all about Disney Infinity, bros.
Well, did you know that the only reason Skylanders was successful was because they abused the Spyro brand? Because it was originally called Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, and it really wasn't Spyro's Adventure. And people were pissed off because, like, that was the first mention of Spyro in any main video game in, like, 10 years.
Huh.
And they used it for
It's not-
Skylanders.
They have nothing to do with Insomniac, for what all I know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think they have anything to do with Insomniac. So
I know there was for a little while, there was a Bowser and Donkey Kong Skylander set.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
Like amiibos?
No, not amiibos. It was a Skylander.
An
Like
actual
legitimately,
Skylander.
yeah.
I don't know how they work out all of the legality of that.
Well,
stuff.
I think it was because Skylanders was essentially selling the Wii U for a while because of the touch capability or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that. Don't you just like place it on the
Yeah, the
joystick?
pad, yeah. Oh, no, on the Wii U, you just place it on the screen.
Oh, okay. And then on the Switch, it's the actual.
Yeah.
big
I'm
joystick.
glad they kept amiibo functionality because I love amiibos.
I have such fun memories of toy games like that.
I love
Like
that.
Disney Infinity was so good for a while.
It was like a
but
sandbox thing. I played it at my friend's house. I remember
I
that.
think like it just went downhill as I grew up or something. I don't know exactly, but the Marvel stage was definitely the best stage in the Disney Infinity thing, in my opinion. Like the Spider-Man free open world. Oh,
They had open world Spider-Man.
they had an open world spot. It is kind of like a sandbox kind of, but you just like couldn't create. But goddamn, it was such a fun game. But just like once it went to Star Wars, for some reason, somehow it just like went downhill, and then it all ended with Finding Dory, and then that was the
That's
last.
where it ended?
figure- Yeah, Finding Dory. That's when it ended. I
Really?
think those is like the last figures that they made were like Finding Dory.
Dang.
It had so much potential though, because seriously, anything with Disney, you
Yeah.
know, has like you can expand it forever. Like Kingdom Hearts, obviously,
Yeah.
is a good example because like they just like so many different Disney worlds.
Disney
Like,
World, huh?
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say it too. God, but like the Pirates of the Caribbean world. Wait, did you ever play? Disney
I've
Infinity?
never played Disney Infinity.
Oh, you need to come over to my house.
I like got it on my phone, but it didn't run at all.
God. Wait, you got like the app
Yeah.
where it was just like the stupid. It was like a.
No, it
Snapchat
wasn't even
filter
on my
almost.
phone. It was on my iPod. And it didn't run. It was like 10 frames per second. I'm like, this is unplayable.
Dude, you're like the epitome of the cool kid in 4th grade.
Yeah, I know, man. That's just how it be sometimes.
I got there's still people like I know this sophomore at my school. She's got like an iPhone 4 still, and I don't want to be one of those kids, but I'm like, whoa, okay.
Whoa.
Wow, man, look, you're not a spoiled rich white kid like me. Inferiority.
I thought the market for the toy games things, besides like Amiibo and, I mean, I didn't even know Skylanders was on the Switch, but it is.
Oh, I guess
yeah.
that makes sense.
It was a launch title and no one knew about it at
I
all.
thought Skylanders was completely. Skylanders basically is completely.
Yeah, it's dead. They confirmed that they're not making any more. And then Disney Infinity went under.
Disney Infinity died in like
Yeah.
2016, I think.
And then Amiibo didn't even really have a games. It was just the figures, and people really liked Nintendo figures.
Yeah.
Plus Smash Bros. Smash Bros was I think Amiibo is gonna get really big again because of Smash Bros. Again.
Yeah,
That's the whole reason
yeah,
why it got big in the first place.
Definitely. Yeah.
But have you seen? You watched E3, right? Like all of it, most of it at least.
Not really too much. I watched like Sony's press conference.
Did you watch
and-
Ubisoft's?
Oh God, no.
Okay, well you weren't missing much. Besides like one notable example, it was like it's hard to explain. Like it's been going on for a while, and it's like finally releasing this year. Like you connect like a starship to your controller, and then you can like interchange weapons on it. And then they're like, Miyamoto, come up here. And then just Shigeru Miyamoto was just in the crowd. And then he's like,
wow.
hello. And he's like, we'd like to introduce Star Fox is in Starlink Battle for Atlas. Like, what? Excuse me? This is the first mention I've heard of Star Fox since Star Fox Zero, which was a bad game.
Star Fox Zero.
Yeah, it was.
Seriously, that's the name.
That was like the only original game on the Wii U, and people were waiting for Star Fox, and it was like okay. But like they're adding a ton of Star Fox missions for the game, and it's releasing on all platforms. But unfortunately, the Star Fox thing is only on Nintendo console, which I mean like
Yeah, that makes sense.
that makes sense. Like it looks really sleek, and like it looks pretty cool, especially the Star Fox stuff. Like it's an open world space environment.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Open space environments they should be more of a thing.
Yeah.
Like they should just make a Star Wars game,
No Man's
Not-
Sky.
not Old Republic or anything. Like like No Man's Sky. It doesn't need to have a freaking connection to the main story where you're like, I'm the chosen one, but really my parents aren't chosen. Therefore, and anyway, sorry, I'm gonna go rant about Last Jedi, whatever. I'm not gonna do that right now.
Not yet.
They should just like do a standalone Star Wars game, kind of like what DC is doing with the Joker.
Oh,
movie.
yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
Stand alone. Nobody touch it ever again after we do this. It doesn't need to have a connection to anything. Just leave it alone.
Lego
Leave a good
Star
thing alone.
Wars.
I actually really liked the. First
So did
one
I. I like Lego
on the
Star Wars.
DS. Dude, I played the fuck out of that game.
Did you know that? Oh, Lego Star Wars on the Wii outsold Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh yeah.
Not Star Wars Battlefront 1 though.
Wait, what?
Star Wars
Star
Battlefront
Wars
1, the original one.
Wait,
Yeah.
say that again.
Star Wars Battlefront 1 on the PS4, the first one, is the best-selling Star Wars game on any platform.
It
By a
it was
landslide, actually.
It was such a good game for like 2 months.
It's like, it's the gap is like 8 million, Star Wars Battlefront 1, and then Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga 5 million. Also, I might cut out because it's almost 10 and my internet turns off at 10 always. I hate it.
That's really stupid.
I know. It's
The first 2 months of Battlefront, those were magical days.
dang. I heard that it was kind of buggy at times.
You cut out. There you go.
Wait, yep. Am I gone? There it goes.